All right, let me ask a question about Jauan Jennings. He wants one of two things. He wants an extension. He wants a trade. One of two. So far, the Niners are always choosing door three, which is nothing. And so he has a calf injury, allegedly. I'm guessing he's holding in, which is fine. That's what I would do. So my question is, should they pay him, give him a raise? I felt that way at first. I think you were against it. And now the more I feel about it, it's like, I like Jauan and I root for him and I want him to be, happy and stuff. But I don't think it's probably a smart move from the org. I don't think the Niners have to do this. I
No,
don't think they have to give him a raise.
I genuinely think, again, because there is a couple options. He could be holding in. He could be holding in, or he could be actually dealing with calf injury. I will say this: if he does have a slight calf injury, because we obviously don't know, even if it's like a light one where it's like it's just kind of bothering him, but it's kind of a hold in, kind of a calf injury, I am not signing him. I am not paying him a dime. I will not do that because that's an Achilles tear waiting to happen, man. And
if he is holding in, would you reward him?
I like Jauan. I wouldn't be mad at signing him, but personally, if I was John Lynch, I would have traded him pre-training camp. But I'd trade him as soon as possible. I'd trade him. I'd get another solid Jauan-like piece in return, and dude, I just move on. Again, like you said, we don't have McKivitz next year. So even if McKivitz's goal is to be a Pro Bowl right tackle, what if he is? What if he does turn up this year and he's a Pro Bowl right tackle and we sign Jauan? Well, now we definitely don't have the money to sign McKivitz.
I mean, the options are give Jauan what he wants, but I don't think that's a smart move. I don't think it's good business. The other option is trade him, which they haven't done yet. And the third option is, and I wonder if the Niners are flirting with it, just sort of force Jauan to come back and play out his contract. Like, look, dude, you don't have the leverage you thought. You got one more year with us. We're going to throw you the ball a lot, and then you can hit free agency next year and see what you got.
Yeah.
You could try that, but that's what they did to Travarius Ward last year, right? Hey, man, you want an extension? Tough. You're not getting one. No offer. What are you going to do? Play. And he did, but his heart wasn't in it, and he didn't play that well. And yeah, that hurt him, but it also hurt the 49ers. Is it smart to sort of force Jauan Jennings to come back and potentially play if his heart isn't in it? Or is it better to just trade him?
And that's my thing, right? Is like with these situations, it's hard because it is a business on both ends, right? Like technically, right. And that's the issue with contracts, man, is if it's a 5-year contract, it's not. It's a 4-year contract because the player is going to hold out in the 4th year. And it is obnoxious. And that's the only time I ever side with an organization. It's like, dude, these contracts are like always a year shorter than they actually are. But yeah, dude, if I was the Niners, man, I would just trade him. I just go to Washington, say, listen, you don't want to pay Terry. I would work with Terry's agent, say, we're only willing to offer you like a 2-year deal at the rate you want to be paid. We'll give you like a 2-year deal at that payment. And I would positions the Commanders to sign a solid receiver for Jaden Daniels at a cheaper price. If I was them, I'd just take a swing or just trade them for draft picks. If you're really that worried, trade them for picks. Because I think from what I've heard and seen, Ricky Pearsall looks like he could slot into the Jauan Jennings role. Like he's not as physical, but
what if Jennings comes back after missing all the training camp, allegedly having a calf injury, and Pearsall's better than him, Kittle's better than him? What if Robinson is better than him? What if he falls to 5th in the pecking order after Christian McCaffrey? What did Jauan Jennings? What were his numbers 2 years ago?
Yeah, they're pretty low.
Jauan Jennings had 19 catches 2 years ago. What if he has 30 catches this year? You think he's going to be happy about that before he goes into training camp, before he goes into free agency? I'm not comparing him to Devondre Campbell, but we saw what happened last year to a guy who feels slighted, not taken care of by the team. It was Devondre, it was Travarius. I think it's more bad than good to have a guy who doesn't want to be on the team.
I agree.
On the team. He doesn't want to be on the team. If you're going to force him to be here, just trade him, man. Trade him for someone who does want to be on the team or a pick.
Yeah, I agree. I think they've worked so hard building this new offseason culture with
Mhm.
Sala and Kyle and this whole like, listen, we're not the shit anymore. Like we got to actually get to work and stop messing around, stop having drama, stop thinking we're going to be able to walk in with missing a training camp and just be the best again. Jawan again, and I love Jawan. He is not good enough to miss training camp. He had one good year, and again, albeit he had a great postseason in 2023. You don't have that much leverage in my mind. Receivers for Kyle Shanahan are a dime a dozen, man, unless you're like a Brandon Ayuk. Like they really are. I think Kyle can make something out of nothing with any. I mean, look at Russell Gage is having an amazing camp. Demarcus Robinson's having an amazing camp. Jordan Watkins is having an amazing camp. Like I don't know where or who in his camp is telling him he has all of this leverage to like ask for like a Cooper Cup contract. Like, bro, Cooper Cup has had MVP seasons. You had an almost 1,000-yard season. Like,
One time. He didn't
yeah,
even have a 1,000-yard season in college. So
yeah.
yeah,
So
I would trade him. I would trade. The only problem is that Demarcus Robinson is going to get suspended. If he wasn't going to get suspended, I would have traded him yesterday. But they could. I mean, if they don't have Robinson or Jennings or Ayuk, then their starting wide receivers week one could be Pearsall and Gage or Pearsall and Watkins. And I like Watkins, but how many mistakes is he going to make week one? How many plays is he going to hear wrong in the huddle in Seattle? I don't know.
But here's my thing.
One thing Juwan's got going for him.
But this is my thing for anybody that's
You got Seattle and the Superdome back to back week 1, 2.
I mean, Saints are awful. But
dude, everyone's yeah.
Like, here's the thing for everyone that's a huge Purdy's a top 5 guy, I wouldn't want to hear it. Why can't he? He still has the best tight end in the NFL. He still has a great running back and run game. He still has Trent Williams. And then yes, will you have some scrubs? Let's just call them at wide receiver 3. Sure. You're getting paid $53 million. I don't care. It's Seattle and the Saints. If you can't compete with those teams without Jauan Jennings, then we should never have given you a dime. Period.
Russell Gage seems solid. John Kamen, new member. Thank you, John. Josh Wyatt says the juice move reveals the truth. They wasted a bunch of cap space. They could have rolled over to save $1 million. The money's going to soccer. Okay, hold on. I'm still trying to figure out the soccer angle. Is it possible that the Niners are looking at the NFL and saying, man, these player contracts are exploding. Quarterbacks are so expensive. Defensive ends are so expensive. The amount of money we have to spend yearly on players is going like this, whereas like the ticket revenue is more going like is it possible they feel
our ticket revenue
what they spend is outpacing what's coming in, and so to sort of like make up the difference, they have to invest in all these other teams? I don't know. Or maybe they're just losing interest in football. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like they're just diversifying because, bro, soccer's absurdly expensive. It's not like they're going to like pickleball. They're going to soccer. Like soccer is one of the most expensive sports to get into. To compete at the top level in soccer is stupid. It makes football look cheap. And it's not like Leeds has a stadium that's number 1 in ticket revenue.
No, so they actually are going to renovate that one. And that's where a lot of the money is going to come out of their pocket, renovating that stadium.
So I don't know. I don't think it has.
They're also renovating Levi's this year for the Super Bowl, which they're going to play in for sure against Trey Lance and the Chargers.
No, like I genuinely think I don't think it has anything to do with soccer. I genuinely think it's just we're just getting to that point, dude. It's a Super Bowl team that's just they paid so much money, they didn't win anything, and they're like, all right, well, we need to kind of reassess.
Joseph Ernberg says should have pursued a running back in free agency. Old CMC and soft Isaac.
Disagree. I think Patrick Taylor and Jordan James and even Corey Kiner look good.
I'm curious to see about Patrick Taylor Jr. I didn't think much of him last year. I was team Jordan Mason. But now I feel like Taylor's quietly had a terrific offseason. He's missed no days, and he is so much bigger than the other running backs. Like he makes Jordan James and Corey Kiner look little, and he's not just like a big, powerful back. He's also a pretty good receiver too. I'm curious to see who it's in preseason.
That's the one thing I love about Kyle Shanahan is I never worry about skill positions. I just don't. Like his scheme is so good for a skill position player. Like if you ever want a payday, you'd want to come to the Niners.
Yeah, but whenever he drafts a running back, he gets it wrong. And the latest one, Isaac Guerrero, another Kyle Shanahan special, hurt. So
Yeah.
that's a big one. And Pearsall is a Kyle Shanahan special as well. Kyle's much better at wide receiver than he is at running back.
But the thing
this
is,
guy's got some injury issues.
He can make every running back he has successful. That's the crazy part. Is this dude will be down to his 5th string running back, and they're still averaging like 5 yards a carry somehow. It's like, dude.
And they traded up for Garando. Man, he always does this. He gets so excited. Alejandro Buenrostro says, trade him, go in with the other wide receivers. See what we got.
I agree. I'm with you.